Imagine an empire richer and more advanced than any kingdom of its time. At its heart stood a massive capital city, featuring intricate bridges and canals cutting through perfect concentric rings of land and water. This legendary island was said to sit just past the Strait of Gibraltar, an area the ancient Greeks called the Pillars of Hercules, effectively placing it right at the edge of the known world. The kingdom possessed immense wealth. Its engineers constructed towering walls, and its people built magnificent temples. The grandest temple was dedicated to Poseidon, covered in gold, silver, and a mysterious, highly prized metal known as orichalcum. For generations, the society thrived, but that long streak of prosperity eventually led to corruption. The leaders grew arrogant, hungry for more power, and began using their massive military to conquer neighboring lands. Angered by this moral decay, the gods delivered a swift punishment. Violent earthquakes ripped the island apart. Devastating floods swept through the city, and in a single day and night, it was swallowed by the sea. The sudden erasure of this ancient superpower created the most enduring geographical mystery in human history. Every detail of this story originates from a single source, the Greek philosopher Plato, who first introduced the tale around 360 BCE. Plato laid out the specific geography, the wealth, and the ultimate destruction of Atlantis across two of his written dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. This origin creates a strict dividing line for researchers. Did Plato accurately document a tragic historical event, or did he write a brilliant piece of fiction? If Atlantis was based on a real civilization, historians point to the Minoans. They were a wealthy, highly advanced maritime society based on the Mediterranean island of Crete, and they suffered a very real, very sudden catastrophe. Around 1600 BCE, an apocalyptic volcanic eruption blew apart the nearby island of Thera, which we now call Santorini. The sheer force of that eruption generated giant tsunamis that raced across the water, wiping out coastal Minoan settlements in an instant. The sudden, violent destruction of the Minoan Empire deeply scarred the ancient world. It is highly probable that the oral history of this trauma evolved over centuries, eventually serving as the inspiration for Plato's story. This topographic map shows the global relief of the ocean floors. Because some explorers take Plato's text literally, they have searched these vast underwater territories, from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, looking for physical ruins. This sonar interface displays how modern researchers scan the dark seabed, hunting for unnatural geometric anomalies. This raw topography is quantified into exact targeting data, filtering out natural rock formations to pinpoint specific coordinates for investigation. Once a target is identified, underwater archaeologists dive down to physically inspect the area. Yet the irony is hard to ignore. Despite utilizing the most advanced deep-sea technology ever created, no one has ever found a trace of Plato's concentric capital city. Today, most scholars agree that a literal Atlantis never existed, but obsessing over the physical coordinates of a sunken island completely misses why the story was written in the first place. Plato was constructing a thought experiment. He designed Atlantis to show that when a civilization allows its wealth and military strength to morph into greed, the society collapses under its own weight. Plato's account serves as a moral blueprint, warning that even the most advanced empires can be unmade by their own hubris. So if there is no physical evidence and it was designed as a philosophical warning, why does the myth of Atlantis refuse to die? The story endures because it targets a universal human anxiety, the deep-seated fear that civilization is incredibly fragile. It forces us to measure human pride against the raw, uncontrollable power of the earth. Atlantis is a permanent reminder that no matter how sophisticated we become, the natural world can reclaim everything we have built in a single day.